Hey guys, this is Ashley with the Mandalorian Mercs again, or Myrdala, as I'm known on the forums. We are taking
get a bucket off, turn face front. I'll get your helmet.
Yeah, we're taking app photos for Don. You may recognize him earlier as the guy in the red Mando. You have to do a front, back, left side, right side, and then one with a bucket off. Bucket's usually slang for the helmet right there. Smile, Don!
John's not feeling well right now.
Oh.
They're not really looking in the bucket off. They're not really looking for everything to be proper because you're pushing on your armor.
Wave your hands in front of it.
Smile!
What they do want to see is your face, though. So if you wear a balaclava underneath your bucket for the bucket off photo, you need to take that off as well. So it's not just, you know, here I've got my bucket off, but I'm a ninja mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
The purpose behind the bucket off is to kind of prove that yes, it's you in the armor, because once that bucket goes on, we don't know who that is. That could be anybody. And one with the weapon, right? That's the 6th picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll take some photos of the weapon itself.
You're right. I could totally see him in that armor being confused for him.
Yep, exactly. Hey, Winterkill, any particular other tips when you're doing armor pictures, like backgrounds or anything like that?
It needs to be well lit, contrasting colors. So if you're wearing a black flight suit, black flak vest, don't stand in front of your blackout curtains at home. The app team needs to be able to see everything. So whatever contrasts well with your color scheme.
Yeah. One more. Like a white garage door.
Yeah.
Or at least like touch screen.
Good. All right.
Any other tips for taking your app photos, Robert?
Have help.
Good hygiene.
Good hygiene, yes.
Patience.
Patience.
We can do this without you. Go ahead and get your kids down. We need to get photos of the.
Did you have it pictures of him with it extended and not?
No, but we're gonna do a semi-extended on it.
Okay.
They'll take pictures. They'll get the idea. If they don't, I can explain it to them.
Cool.
Why not?
Can you tell a little bit about the approval process, because it has changed from what it's been in the past recently?
Yeah, recently we started a pre-application process where people who are finished, mostly done with their kits, submit application-style photos for a pre-approval through the region. We have a separate forum thread for each member whenever they submit. So like Denise has submitted hers and sent me the pictures, and I go over them. I tell her what I think. If I see anything that I think needs to be changed, I'll tell her my upfront, and then I'll post all those photos along with what feedback I gave her in a thread that I start just for her. And then the other Rousselors, as well as the regional command staff, will go over those and check, make sure I didn't miss anything. And I usually let the thread sit for a couple days just to give people time to get in and take a look at it. But I don't want to let it sit too long, because nobody wants to wait a week to hear back from whether or not their kid's good. Once the pre-approval process, team, whatever you want to call them, has said, okay, we like it, then we'll let the applicant know to go ahead and submit those photos. It's very important you submit those photos, not ones you've taken previously. Submit those photos through the approval process. And there's a spot on our forums where you go and fill out some information, and there's actually a little radio button on there. It's like, did you use your regional pre-application? And if you did, then use that. because we have actual app team members that are part of our regional pre-approval, so they can kind of liaise between the regional pre-app and then the organization-wide application process.
Yeah.
And then they are seeing a faster turnaround time because a lot of the
You're
back
getting
and
a lot
forth,
more
back and
eyes
forth,
on it, a lot
more
sooner.
eyes on it, and the back and forth is hopefully all handled before the actual approval is submitted. By the time the actual approval is
By
submitted,
the club level approval.
at the club level approval, right? Once the club level approval is submitted, all the back and forth minor tweaks that need to be made should be taken care of by that point. So they are seeing some faster turnaround, except in the cases where people are not using their regional pre-application process. And so that's still kind of gumming up the works because not everybody's quite on board with the pre-app. I really want the pre-app process to work, so I jumped on that pretty early and heavy. But some areas,
It's a change.
yeah, it is.
And it's got some getting used to.
Some areas don't push as much. I want it to work, so I'm really pushing, even though it's technically an optional process.
I know that even when I was beginning Roosler, which if you're joining us for the second one, is the costume compliance officer of the Mandalorian Mercs local chapter. We're from Oklahoma. It's an international group. So that's why I had them specify that the approval comes from the club level, not the individual regional level. But it's our job here locally to help you get to that higher stage.
Yeah. And our region is Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, I believe.
Yeah, but Gatalve itself,
Is
the Oklahoma
Oklahoma.
chapter, yeah.
Right. Yeah, they send their pictures to me, and I give them my initial feedback of what I think needs to change, and then I bump it up to the region where they will
Where the other regional Roosselors can take a look.
and the regional command staff can take a look and make sure I didn't miss anything.
Which I think is good.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, you can be, it's kind of like why it's so hard to edit your own writing. You're so deep into it. You've been involved in this build since, sometimes usually since they got started.
Exactly.
So having those objective opinions are good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thanks,
So,
Robert. That was
you're
very
welcome.
cool. Still learning how to turn this